Hello, my students. I'm teacher of biology. I'm teacher Theophile. We are going to see the biology senior 5, unity number 5, called the cell and nuclear division. So then this unity will discuss in deep what is called the cell and nuclear division. What is the importance of the nuclear division. So we'll see how the cell divide in order to increase their number of cells during growth, repair, multiplication, and so on, as what called the sexual reproduction. So we'll see. So let's start by dealing with haploid and diploid conditioning of cell cycle. So when you say cell cycle, what is it? A cell cycle is a cyclic event of cell growth, mitosis, and cell division. So then, every active dividing cell undergo a cell cycle to produce different cells or many cells. So then the most prominent event in a cell cycle consists of a nuclear division. A nuclear division is what we call karyokinesis, is what called the nuclear division. And also there is a division of cytoplasm, which is called the cytokinesis. Cytokinesis, after different cell cycle, also it reaches to the last stage called the cytokinesis, where there is a division of cytoplasm called the cytokinesis. So then, during the cell cycle, the chromosomes undergo many changes, such as replication, uncoiling of DNA, and also condensation, pairing, crossover, and separation. These are different changes that occur in chromosome during the cell cycle. Let me repeat again this. The chromosomes undergo changes such as replication, uncoiling, condensation, pairing, crossover, and the separation. So then after this also, there is what called the karyotype. We'll see this, what is a karyotype. A karyotype is a visual representation of a chromosome of a single cell. Means, this single cell contains different chromosomes. That representation and visual representation is called the karyotype. So here there is a different example of our single cell that contains 23 pairs of chromosomes. Then these are the presentation or what a karyotype of a single human cell, which is containing 23 pairs of chromosomes. Then here in these chromosomes we see 22 pairs are called the autosomal cell. Other single pair is called the sex chromosomes. So then we receive this in the deep. So then let's continue. Here also, as I have said before, 22 chromosomes are called the autosomal cells or autosomal chromosome that will see the function of this autosomal cell. And also, sex chromosome in charge of producing the gamete cell, sperm and egg that will fuse together during fertilization to produce a zygote. We will see what is called the zygote as diploid. So then let's continue. So as we have seen, one from mom means that our sex chromosome produce the gametes, male gamete and female gamete. The male gamete come from the female. It's called the sperm. And also another female gamete is called the egg or ovum. So then these are like the structure of a karyotype or representation of chromosome of a single cell in human body that contain 23 pairs of chromosomes, including autosome, 22 pairs, and also one pair of chromosome called the sex chromosome. So let's continue also to see what is called the diploid and haploid condition of cell cycle. So then, here, also, before I go there to see diploid, also is that called homologous chromosomes. When you say homologous chromosomes, are chromosomes pair, one from each parent, which is similar to length, gene position, and centromere location. Here is the different sample of homologous chromosome, means that contain is like the pair of chromosome that contain the similar length, meaning that they contain the similar length, the size, the gene position, and also the centromere location, or the same location. This is a sample of homologous chromosomes. I think that you understand what is homologous chromosome. Then after also, in human, for example, we have 23 chromosome pairs. Only 22, all of these 23 pairs of chromosomes are homologous. When you say the homologous, let's return back. When you say that this is homologous chromosome, because each chromosome is similar to another one. Each 23 are homologous chromosome because each pair is similar in size, structure, length, and the position of centromere in each pair. It means that all 23 pairs are called the homologous chromosome. But when you compare, first chromosome and the second are not homologous chromosome because this first and the second are not similar. Means this one is homologous and this is homologous. But when you compare, the first and the second are not homologous because they are not the same size, the structure and the genetic materials and the centromere are not on the same length, on the same location. Let's compare. This chromosome is similar to this as the same size and the same location of centromere. But this is also somehow short. These are somehow short, means that each pair is homologous, but one and the second or the second and three are not homologous. Each only is homologous at all owns. So then let's continue after the homologous. I think that, dear student, you understand what is called homologous and non-homologous chromosomes. So then, here as I say, these non-homologous chromosomes are chromosomes that contain different genes and also do not pair up during the meiosis. For example, in the human karyotype that we have seen, chromosome 1 and chromosome 2 are non-homologous chromosomes. Dear student, do you know the reason why? So we have seen. First, pair is not similar in the structure as the second pair. Is the reason why the first and the second chromosome pair in the karyotype are not homologous, meaning that a non-homologous chromosome. So then also let me see, these chromosomes in a karyotype are categorized into two types. The first we have seen is called the autosome chromosome. Those 22 pairs of chromosomes called autosome. The second one is called the sex chromosome. We have seen a karyotype as a visual representation of a chromosome in a cell. This sex chromosome, we have seen that is a single pair in charge of producing gamete, means male gamete called sperm, female gamete called egg or ovum. So then, out of 23 chromosomes, one pair of chromosome is called the sex chromosome. Have you seen? Then the chromosome other than sex chromosome are called the autosomal chromosomes. Then, in the human also, each set of chromosomes contain 22 autosomes and one sex chromosome. Then, when you say chromosome means these autosome chromosomes are chromosomes that are not directly involved in determining sex, but in charge of producing the body cell. While the sex chromosome in charge of determining the sex of a human, means sperm and eggs or ovums. So then, we have seen here is example of the sex chromosome. In human, we have two types of cells. Here, for the sex chromosome, there is X and Y. We will see that the female contains only the XX chromosomes, while a female or a man is XY. Means that in charge of producing the male baby is due to this presence of Y chromosome. And then when a man, there is, for example, during the sex intercourse, when a man ejaculates and there is different sperms, but the sperm in charge of making fertilization contain this Y chromosome, and then we fuse with the also egg which contain X chromosome, we fuse together to form X and Y. And then automatically the baby that will generate is a male because contain X and Y chromosomes. So then, in any organisms including human being, the sex chromosome are known as X and Y, as I said before. And also, the Y chromosome contain gene that cause the male development, means this Y in charge of the development of male. While the X will represent a female. It contains the gene that will produce the female, meaning that a baby female. So then, in the combination of these two chromosomes, means X and Y automatically represent the male, while the XX will produce a female. So then, also the cells are involved in reproduction are called the gamete, means the gamete, the female gamete and male gamete. As I have said before, the male gamete is called the sperm, where the female gamete is called the ovum or egg. So then, when they fuse together, as the title say, haploid and diploid condition of cell cycle, when this gamete cell, means sperm and ovum, when fused together, it will form two haploid to reproduce haploid cell, means a cell with two N chromosomes. In that condition, means the gamete, the single gamete, contains only a half number of chromosomes, means that haploid. While also another from the male contain half number of chromosomes, gamete, and the female gamete is half number of chromosomes. When fused together, we produce a diploid cell, means contain full number of chromosome. Then we have seen that the gamete is produced by sex chromosomes, but also there is a cell of the body. It's called the cell that will produce the body cell is called the somatic cell. A somatic cell will produce the body cell instead of sex chromosome. So then, the cell contains two complete sets of chromosomes. In that condition, we call it as the diploid cell. While those contain half number of chromosomes, we call it as a haploid. For example, a single sperm or egg is a haploid. After fusing together, during reproduction, the fertilization taking place, then produce a baby with two N chromosomes, which is called the diploid cell. So I think that you understand what is called a haploid and diploid. Dear students, who can tell us the meaning of haploid and the meaning of diploid? So, answer, we have seen diploid cell is a cell that are formed by the fusing of the N chromosome or single chromosome and another with the single. They fuse together to form diploid cell. We found, for example, in zygote. After fertilization, it produce the diploid cell. So then, In general, when you say the haploid is a half number of chromosome formed during the meiosis, we'll discuss what is meiosis in deep. So I think that also you understand diploid as the full or two set number of chromosomes. Dear students, I think that this course is very interesting. Then will help us to understand how our body cell grow. For example, a baby of 1 kilogram, for example, or 5 kilogram, for example, how can it grow with a man or a female with 80 kilograms? This is due to the increase of the cell number through the cell division. We'll see mitosis as one that also produce many number of cells, then also the body to grow. We'll see in deep. And also, we'll see how this sperm as the one of the gamete, and also the ovum as gamete, how can it be produced? We'll see deep in what we call meiosis. Dear students, be attentive and be ready for the next session. We'll see what is mitosis and also cell cycle in deep. And then thank you very much for your attendance. See you next time. Thank you very much.